the space, and he'll score. Through on Rodrigo, he's in, he's round the goalkeeper, and will that finish it off for Leeds?
Forward towards Ross McCormack! Ross McCormack, goal machine!
Good afternoon, welcome along to Matchday Live here on LUTV. Thank you so much for joining us wherever you are around the world. You can actually watch this afternoon's game around the globe here with us on LUTV. All you've got to do is scan the QR code that you can see on screen and you'll be able to buy your Matchday pass there. I'm afraid the UK and Ireland can't watch it though. Sorry about that. Now, Michael Bridges joins us in the studio as this Leeds United team look to secure their first home league win here at Ellen Road. Bridges, how are we?
It's good to be back.
We've got a new sofa for you. Do you like it?
I feel so comfortable. I'm at home and I feel like I'm in my living room because I feel at home here.
Absolutely. And do you know what I love? You and the sofa got the memo about the grey.
The grey.
Perfect shade.
Am I not blending too much now?
Love it. No, we could just about see you,
I've gone for the interior.
Love it. It's a bit of lining. Now, before we get into the team news, Bridgie, we've been digging through the archives and remembered that you actually scored in both of these fixtures in your debut season for Leeds United 24 years ago.
Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for making me feel.
Talk us through this, Bridgie.
You know what it is? I couldn't remember this goal. That sounds really arrogant, but I couldn't remember the home goal against.
You sent it to us.
I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't remember the home goal against Watford, but I remember the away goal against them that season because I'd stayed up till about 4 a.m. in the morning playing computer games with a few of the players. And I was really tired, but I managed to get a goal. But the goals are very, very similar to each other. This one I'd give the goalkeeper the eyes and was going for the far post, and this is the one.
Oh, Bridgie.
Do you know what it is? I was that tired I couldn't be bothered to run anymore, and I thought I'm just going to smash this and see what happens. And David O'Leary wasn't happy with us that morning because I was actually late for the pre-match breakfast.
Really?
I couldn't sleep. I was a really bad sleeper. I was very nervous before matches the night before. But that's always refreshing to see the goals like that.
Do you reckon Daniel Farke has shown the team this and said, right, what I want you to do tonight, lads, no sleep, stay up playing computer games till 4 a.m.
I wouldn't advise it.
And then recreate a Michael Bridges.
I wouldn't advise it. I hope you showed them a couple of the goals though, because that's brought back some memories. But yeah, I feel very, very old though, Emma, unfortunately. And that's how tired I was there. Look at that.
Yeah, look at you.
That is a tired man.
You're ready to go home now, aren't you? Right, well, let's talk about team news, shall we? You can see it rotating on the screen, but let's just break that down. There's 4 changes from the midweek game against Hull City. Sam Byron's in, we think, at left back. Jamie Shackleton, who I know you're a huge fan of, at right back, and he will relish every single opportunity to play, won't he?
Well, they're two players that are very versatile, so it doesn't matter whether we may see them play on the left or the right. We don't know which is. I presume it's what you've said. Byram on the left, Shackleton. I think it seems like a much more settled position for them. And I'm a big fan of Shackleton. You know, he's Mr. Versatile. He always gives 100% because he knows what it's about to wear the strip for this club. And he's been in the Championship last season, but he's got his opportunity again this season. And like you say, I think he's being Mr. Reliable, Mr. Versatile. And Sam's come in, and again another player that seems he's been away, but he's come in, he's just fitted straight back in, and it's almost like he's never been away.
Well, he made his 150th appearance for the club on Wednesday in that game against Hull City. So you'd hope that it does feel like
some players can go the whole career, not get that many appearances. So to think that he's done it for Leeds United, that just shows what it's about. And another player that wears that badge with pride.
Absolutely. Let's talk about the other change as well. Glenn Kamara gets his first start.
Yes.
Now, this is something that we, and I think a lot of Leeds United fans have kind of wondered when that was going to happen. We've spoken about Archie Gray, with him only being 17. Yeah. When is Daniel Farke going to start rotating because of the intensity of the games? Today is that day.
Today's the day, and I feel for Archie Gray. Don't get us wrong, he's been very, very good. He's played his part. You do not want to wear the kid out. There's a lot of games that come thick and fast in the Championship. He's been a very good player. I think the way he's settled in alongside Ampadu, it's been special. Now another player has got his opportunity, Kamara. He's come from Rangers. He hasn't come here just to make the numbers up and sit on the bench. He's pushing Archie. So what he's going to do, Archie Gray I think has been great by saying, you know, you've come here, you just sit and relax a little bit. We don't get to see the team's or the players' stats. Archie could have been down and under the minutes, felt a little bit underdone. So another chance for Kamara to come in and get his opportunity. And if it's anything to go by when I've seen players in the recent matches that we've had where they've waited for that opportunity and they've taken it, this is what we've got to. Kamara has got to come in there because he knows if he's having a dodgy game or a bad, he's going to be replaced straight away. So it's a big opportunity, and I'm a fan of his. I like him as a player, so I'm sure he'll settle in there, no problems.
Well, speaking of taking opportunities, Crysencio Somerville coming in for Willie Nonto, he was incredible on Wednesday night when he came on. Daniel Farke kind of alluded to the fact that he was going to be in the starting lineup anyway on Saturday, didn't he? What did you make of him that game?
I'm smiling.
Yeah.
Because Willie Nonto is a player that excites us. It's very unfortunate that Willie Nonto got injured. He didn't really get himself into the game against Hull City, but Somerville. So you talk about the attitude and the mindset of players when they miss out. I've played with a lot of players in the past. If you're not in the starting 11, you can have a moment where you're sulking and you're not up for the challenge. Somerville, he's straight in and he was straight on the ball and he was straight at their back four and he looked so dynamic from the get-go. Now that for me is brilliant because that means he wants to play, he's up for the fight for competition for places and he's earned the right. And I know that unfortunately it's when one player gets injured, that's football. You've got to be ready to take your opportunity because you never know when the moment's going to come again. And it was great to see him back to probably the best that I've seen of him.
It was very, very good. Right, let's hear from the boss, shall we? Daniel Farke spoke to the media ahead of this game.
First of all, I'm really delighted because it was a tough road for him during all this rehab work, and I'm quite sure there were also some a bit darker moments also for him because it's so tough when you're not allowed to do what you love, to play football. And yeah, it's great to see him the first time back in team training, at least in big parts of the team training yesterday. Pretty delighted and happy for him, and also the group was, so you could feel it. Literally each and every player was outside to give him a warm welcome with a little stick to his head anyhow, so it's more like a little tradition. Yes, big boost for the group because he's a brilliant lad, and not just on the pitch but also off the pitch, also in the dressing room, quality player, but also with lots of experience and good sense for the whole group, for the unity, and he's quite important, very important player for me. I always like to speak and to talk with him, and pretty experienced, and also more or less like a Leeds legend because he's done so much also for this club, and it's definitely good to have him back. So to be honest, it will last a while till he's really available also for the game. So he was out such a long time. You normally have this rule, you have to be back in training till you're back to top fitness as long as you were out. So I hope it won't last that long, if I'm really honest, but it will definitely last a few weeks till he's really fully in my plans and also available. But a pretty important step, and I'm delighted for him. I'm quite sure Elland Road will be a fortress during the whole season. We will win also many games at home, but we haven't done so far. You could argue, we're struggling at home anyhow. No, I don't think so. We have also not lost at home. So and also performance-wise, we're quite dominant. And Watford is traditionally always a really good counter-attacking side. They have always really good offensive players, talented players with pace, with quality on the wings in 1-against-1 duels. And I think normally it suits them also to play on the road because they like to play also a bit out of a deeper position and to be there with good counterattacks, but they're also quite aggressive in their pressing. So I'm very respectful. It's definitely also one of the teams who will look to be in the top 6 when next May comes. So I'm quite respectful. I know there's quality all over the pitch. Experienced coach, and for that we have to be at our top level in order to be able to win some points. he has no dark secret. So he's a great guy. I like him really much. So we've spent more or less during our education in Germany. It's quite a long time, 12 months. Together, and you have to be there more or less on a daily basis. It's quite intense, and it was a good time with him. And yes, we've played also on championship a few times against each other. He was then at Barnsley, for example, I can remember, and also good pass as a coach, good guy, very experienced player. I think we had also one clash. There should be some pictures. He obviously was a top class defender. Played for Bayern Munich, won many titles. But I think I played once against him in a friendly, and I was a striker and he was a centre back. It was horrendous to play against him, if I'm honest, because he was so hard and tough working anyhow. So I was a bit scared. But also a few good scenes. I'm not sure if he remembers this. So we talked about this one time, I think. But a great guy and also a really good coach. And I'm always happy when I see Valeria.
Bridgie, you could hear even the delight in Daniel Farke's voice when he was talking about the return of Stuart Dallas and hearing what his teammates were like, you know, almost congratulating him. How much of a boost is it to have a player like that, both on the field and off the field?
Well, we've been involved in this football club a lot longer than Daniel Farke, so we know how influential Stuart is on and off the field. So it's almost like he's read all my notes here. You know, he's a character on and off the field. He brings experience. So Daniel's seen that without even seeing him play or train. He's been monitoring how he's been going, but he's seen the interaction that the players have had and how much, you know, like when you see it, it's very tough when you are an injured player, and I went through it in my career. It's not nice because you get isolated away from the other players. You're not in the training park all the time. You've got to have such a strong mindset to go and do the extra yards and to get back to what we all love doing, you know. And the Stuart has got through that, and it's great to see him. He's been through with the Championship, he's done the Premier League, he's versatile as well. But to hear the new manager say that about him and it brought a smile to his face, that's so encouraging, and I love that, and I'm chuffed to bits for Dallas because I'm a big fan of his. I want to see him back playing, and what he's got to try, he doesn't want to try and go too hard too soon and break down again. We want to see him back when he's ready.
Absolutely. Huge credit to him, like you say.
Yeah.
He was also asked about the importance of a home win.
Yeah.
Now, he actually touched on this on Wednesday night after the Hull City game, saying, you know, it's going to be good to be back in our living room. That's what he called it, which I love.
Which we feel like we are here now.
Welcome back, Daniel. And, you know, he did play that down in his press conference, but actually... It's important, isn't it? Yeah,
it so is, and I think what he relishes and he understands is that it is a fortress. The fans of Elland Road will, you know, we sing our hearts out. It's crazy, the atmosphere. Other teams hate coming here. So Daniel feels like the performances have been there. That's what I like. He's recognised that the performance have been there. We've all seen that there is a pattern of play, and it's getting better and better. And we're starting to keep clean sheets now. So get back here, get the job done against Watford. It's not going to be easy, but he feels very comfortable when he's at home.
Well, one man that we were hugely complimentary of earlier is Crysencio Somerville, who of course starts today, and he spoke to LUTV ahead of this game.
Great, it's always good to see you, and thanks for joining us so soon after the match last night, less than 24 hours. Reflecting back on it, how do you feel about the game?
Yeah, it was a good point away from home, you know. I think everyone wants to grab the 3 points, but one man down, you know, 10 guys, it's good to just take the point and we go from there.
Yeah, you take the positives out of it, like I said, down to 10 men, a difficult place, but we're pleased how well we defended as a team, as a unit.
Yeah, you know, like, especially if you go down with a guy, you have to be solid and just give everything for the team. I'm not happy with chances we had, because if we score one of them, you just go with 3 points, 1-0. That's this type of game, you know. But what I said, I'm happy with the 1 point, and we have to go from there. Saturday is a new game, so yeah, I'm happy how we played there.
You say about one chance, your shot from where I was stood, it looked like the ball was going in. Did you think it was going to go in as well?
Yeah, you know, I was unlucky, but it was a good save from the goalie. Good 1-2 with Georgie, and I thought it went in, but it didn't.
You look like you're playing with a big smile on your face. You look like you're enjoying yourself and you're playing either from the left, the right as the number 10. Do you enjoy playing with that freedom, Cree?
Yeah, it's a new position like what I had from previous years, but I think for me it's good to have a new role in the team. I like it, like a free room, and yeah, what you said, I just keep enjoying it, playing with a smile on my face. But now I try to put it in some goals, some assists, and then I think not only me, but the team is going to be more happy than this.
Do you think about that with the numbers on the goals and assists point of view, being an attacking player as you are?
Yeah, of course, like I want to score every game. I want to assist the team, the strikers. But especially this season for, I think, every attacker, I think it's a massive season to work on your stats,
And we've got plenty of attacking players, haven't we, going forward, but 3 clean sheets on the bounce. And you mentioned there, goals. You strikers love your goals, of course, but getting that clean sheet, getting that foundation as a team, does it allow you forward players to play with even more freedom as you are?
Yeah, of course, because I think we are very solid and strong at the back, so you worry less about the back, so you can just focus on goals and assists,
You can grab all the headlines because you forward players like that. But going forward to the Saturday's game, Watford, what challenges will that face being back at Ellen Road?
Yeah, it's always nice to play at home, your own fans, The stadium is crazy and they are like our 12th men, on the pitch. So, yeah, I hope we can give the fans and ourselves, what we deserve at home. So I'm looking forward to the game.
And to get that first win at home, that'll be key because a home form will be vital for the rest of the season, won't it?
Yeah, as well. Like a clean sheet is good, but now we have to, win some games as well. But I think we are in a good way, We have to keep calm, keep patient, and yeah, I think it's coming. And if we win Saturday, it's gonna be like a boost for the whole team, especially at home as well.
You can tell even from that interview just how passionate he is and how much he loves playing. But what qualities do you think he possesses, Bridgie, that make him so good?
He's got so many qualities. I love attacking players and I love attacking-minded players. And he's a defender's nightmare. So he's got one thing that defenders hate, that's pace. And what I'm saying, it's not over a long distance where it's not a running race, this is football. So you've got to have that split-second turn of pace, I call it. And he can go both ways past defenders. They don't know whether he's going to come inside and link up with Rutter, like we saw in the chance against Hull City when he thought he'd scored the goal. That was a special moment. Or is he going to take the players down the line to the byline? So it's that instant pace that defenders don't know whether they've got to go and put a challenge in, because if you do and you mistime it, you're on a card or it's a free kick. And if you stand off him, you look around and you're thinking, well, where the hell's he just gone? So that is a good dynamic he's got. What I want to see him do more is score goals like he did against Liverpool in the Premier League last season.
Do you think, Bridgie, because of that unpredictability, he's going to be one of the players that Watford have got their eye on today?
Well, he definitely will be. I mean, coaches, what they like to do, Emma, is they normally pick out 3 main players from each team or players to watch, and that's normally attacking players in the final third to say to the defenders, this is the clips, watch this is what they like to do. And Somerville, from the game when he came on, they'll be saying this is a lad that is relishing his opportunity because he's come on as a sub, he's put in a great performance, and this is what he can do. So we've got to be very wary. So there's only so much you can highlight without actually scaring the defender, thinking, well, how do I actually mark him? Do you know what I mean? So it's good that he's our player.
Sorry, Bridgie, who else would you say? Who would be the other 2 players then that you think Watford have gone, keep a close eye on them?
Ampadu, defensive midfielder. He's very good with the ball. He's very good without the ball defensively in that system. And when we're on the front foot, and the other one I've got to say is Pirro, goal scorer. Plays as the number 10 if he goes in as the number 9. But he always looks for the little pockets of space, and the goals that he scored against Millwall were absolutely superb because it was the timing of the runs that he possesses.
Unbelievable. Well, just on that, 4 points on the road, 3 clean sheets in a row. Is momentum building, or do you think it's too early to say that?
Momentum is definitely building. I mean, how long have I been crying out for clean sheets? We've got 3 in a row. It's absolutely crazy. So
they heard you, Bridgie. That's what it
is. They've listened. So it's good. That's building confidence. We've got 2 changes in the backline today. Liam Cooper's back in, the captain, the leader. Sam Byron, we know. So can they keep the same, same attitude, the same desire to keep a clean sheet and be part of this and continue the run? So what you find now, I think we're a lot more stable. The transfer window has gone. We know the quality in our squad depth now. Whereas I think everywhere building up to that moment of the transfer window shut, we've all been going, hang on, who's going to be here? am I going to lose another mate? Who's coming in? We've got stability now, and I think now Daniel Farke and his staff and the players, that's why you're seeing the results come now.
Well, we're 5 games unbeaten in the league. If we make it 6 today, the last time we did that was in April 2021.
Wow.
So fingers crossed for that. But in terms of what we're seeing in the games, it's like in the last 2 games, the one against Hull and the one against Millwall, we're seeing different characteristics in that. Millwall hugely dominant for big parts of that game, coming away 3-0, and Hull City going down to 10 men and managing to get a point away from home shows that resilience, doesn't it, of this side?
You've just taken the words out. It's the resilience that we showed. So you're coming up against a team, Millwall, that there was a lot of aerial bombardment. The lads had to handle it defensively very, very well, and then the other night against Hull City, the transition moments were great. In the game, I felt when we won the ball back, the counter-attack, as we're seeing here, Jorginho Rutter through on goal, you're thinking, can you find the back of the net and balance it up? So there was 2 main moments in this game the other night. One, as we've just seen for us, and it also helps when an opposition player's in front of goal and they miss an open goal and he hit the post for Hull City, Traore. That helps out, but when we went to 10 men, the resolve, the resilience to try and keep that clean sheet at 10 men away from home, that's not easy to do. So even though it wasn't it's not the win that we all desired, the actual performance overall, I think if we'd had 11 men on the field, we would have won that game, because I thought Roden was very unlucky with the first yellow card. That was a joke decision, and you've got to be so smart not to get the second yellow card and stay on the field. So that was a performance. I mean, this is the moment here, and I don't know. He's still probably having nightmares about this.
Yeah.
But every Leeds fan celebrated this. I was watching that. I nearly screamed the house down. My wife came running. Have Leeds scored? I says, no. But watch this miss. This is a brilliant miss of the season for us. So you ride your luck in games. So that was the moment. And the Millwall performance I thought was absolutely outstanding, because what we showed there, Hull were a good passing team in possession. Millwall, it was aerial bombardment, good at set plays, and we showed we can handle that as well. So again, that's a massive tick for Daniel Farke and the staff that have been able to tell the boys about that.
So what's our approach to this game today then, Bridgie?
Go full throttle. There's going to be chances here because they concede goals. They've had the last few results. They lost the first 2 games of the season. Okay, forget about them, because again they're building momentum now. They've had a draw 3-3. They've had a draw 2-2 against West Bromwich Albion, and they had a win against Birmingham 2-0. So they can score goals, but they're very vulnerable defensively, because the first 2 games they lost 1-0. So I think there's going to be chances, there's going to be spaces, and I'm looking for goals here today. I think this could be a big scoreline.
I'll get your score prediction in a minute.
No.
In a minute. But we've already heard from Crysencio Somerville. Yeah. We know what he's about on the pitch. But what is he like when it comes to drawing his teammates? Don't get too excited. We put him through LUTV's Art Club. Let's have a look at the results, shall we?
This a mad cut, Luke Ayling. Yeah. Who's so fat like this? Is this Pascal's right? Elon is violating him. This guy looks like a midget, so I would say me or something, Is this really Nyonto? He got short legs, Some football boots as well. I'm gonna write something down so everyone would know it's him, When we see each other in the morning, you say, great, my Achilles. I have to make a finger, but I'm so shit at what.
I love how much his anxiety went through the roof when he had to draw fingers. He hated that.
Wow.
Any ideas who that is, Bridgie?
I've got to say that is the hardest one this season, because I've got to say that's probably the worst one we've seen so far.
Sorry, Craig.
His fingers weren't even bad. It was the studs on the football boot that were even worse. He had
massive.
I just don't get it. I can't think of anybody at our football club that has that coloured curly hair. So I'm totally lost here. This is the first time. And studs that big. I'm throwing it out there to the viewers.
Use that WhatsApp number, get in touch, let us know who you think that is that Crysencio Somerville has just drawn. And also, get in touch, send us your score predictions, your thoughts, your questions. You might have any questions that you've got for Bridgie. We'll do our best to read them out at half time. On that note, Bridgie, it's almost time for kick-off. What are we saying?
I normally give you numbers. I'm not giving you a number this week. I'm not going for scoreline, but I'm definitely going for a home win, and it could be a nice, comfortable win. So
we'll take
I don't want to jinx it. But
Michael Bridges, thank you very much. Okay, let's hand over to our commentary team this afternoon then, shall we? Bryn Law and Tony DeRigo. But first, let's get the thoughts of Sam Byram.
Yeah, I think that's a typical Championship, 3 games in 6 days, but we've had a great pre-season, all the lads are very fit and we've got a very good squad, so we're good to go again and we're looking forward to today.
So what's the mood coming in off the back of that game at Hull?
I think there's a bit of frustration we didn't win, but at the same time when you see they had a chance late on to win it themselves, and obviously being down to 10 men for 20 minutes, I think a point away at Hull, who are doing very well, is a good result. And coming home today, we're looking to get 3 points, and then it's been a top week.
150 appearances up for you, wasn't it? So an auspicious occasion on that basis. But the big one is to round it off with a win here today, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the goal. We've kept a few clean sheets in the last few games, and we're unbeaten at home. So to pick up our first win here, I think that'll give us a real boost. And like I say, it'll top off a great week.